Yo, you're watching the Screaming Fish here, people, and once again, I am back with another review, but this time, like I promised in the previous video, which was a channel update, a video game review after such a long time, and as you can tell by the title, I'm reviewing LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens. I know it's been a while since it came out, so I guess you could say this is a pretty late review. But to start off my new video game review series, I kind of want to start off on a high note, like a higher, more positive note. And I thought LEGO Star Wars: The Force Awakens was a perfect place to start. So, without further adu, let's get into it. And also, new hat, put this information. So, to quickly summarize how good this game is, it's amazing. This game is honestly the most fun game I played so far this year. So the gameplay is really fun. While admittedly vastly similar to previous LEGO Star Wars games, it does manage to bring a sense of originality to the mix by adding new gameplay mechanics like cover shooting, for example, which was surprisingly one of the game's most enjoyable aspects, where you have to use strategy to get out of certain situations. And the same can be said for the various puzzles within the game. While they can get slightly frustrating at times, they still manage to be fun thanks to the uniqueness of each puzzle. I find the ways in which you use to solve the puzzles very original and imaginative. The things you built in it were really well done. Quick time events and the quick time events where you built them didn't disappoint either. They both looked cool and felt very LEGO, obviously. And again, I will say that they were very imaginative. While the combat, again, is still vastly similar to the other LEGO Star Wars games, each character you use has different abilities and special moves that you can use to defeat enemies or solve puzzles, which also helps the combat feel more different than it was in the previous LEGO Star Wars games. Not to mention, this game's almost endless supply of Star Wars characters to play as also helps in solving those puzzles you couldn't solve when you were playing the story mode of the game, and just having a heck of a fun time in free play mode. Plus, none of them actually disappointed me. You can literally play as J.J. Abrams, who directed the film, which is pretty flipping awesome, and beating up Darth Vader as BB-8 is something I will never forget because it was awesome. The enemy AI thankfully was not broken, and I had no problems with it during my experience of the game. Also, the Starfighter combat, or dogfights as they're called in the movies, is amazing. Admittedly, it does take a while to get the hang of it all, but once you do, it quickly becomes one of the best ship battle experiences in video games in a while. The developers really managed to capture the spirit and feel with these dogfights from the movies, that at times it felt like you're actually playing the movie, but LEGO. I also gotta say that this game is quite the eye capture. The visuals, particularly in space, look fantastic. Walking in the deserts of Jakku or Maz Kanata's cantina actually felt like I was actually walking in the actual thing, but LEGO. The environments of the game are also identical to the movie, maybe not visually, but the way they're designed. It's just incredible what they were able to do to incorporate from the movie into this game, and how well it's done, because I would even say this game does it better than every other movie-based LEGO game so far, and that is really saying something. I'm not saying all those games were bad, they were great. I just think that this game in particular incorporates the movie into a game better. There are also some pretty cool Easter eggs thrown into this, like an entire level dedicated to how Han Solo and Chewbacca caught the Raptors as statues of a particular Star Wars or Clone Wars character, and if you're a Clone Wars fan, then you're gonna know what I'm on about here. Poe to the Rescue is one of the best missions I've ever played in any video game. I'm not even kidding, I actually believe that. I must admit, Kylo Ren's Darth Vader fanboy bedroom was indeed a personal favourite out of all these Easter eggs. While the game does tell the story of The Force Awakens very similar to the way it's told in the movie, I mean, it kind of has to, and it does do it in a more kid-friendly and lighthearted tone, it didn't bother me at all because the jokes that were incorporated into iconic scenes from the movie are hilarious. I'm not even kidding. This game's humor is hilarious. I found myself laughing on nearly every joke. I also think the story is told just as good as it is in the movie because of that. The Light Its Own really does work well with the story of the game, seeing as how it is Lego, but thankfully they've done it in a way that people of all ages can enjoy it, and it ain't just for the kids. Grown-ups can play this and have tons of fun doing it. This game is also gets my praise because of how much there is to do in this game. When I completed the main story mode, I had only completed like 21% of the game. That's how big it is. The side missions are just really fun to play through particularly Poe to the Rescue, and there was also a really cool prequel mission that takes place literally days before the actual movie, which was really interesting to play through, even though it was Lego and it was more lighthearted. However, as much as I love this game, no video game is without its flaws, and Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is no different. For starters, the final boss, which I don't even need to tell you who it is, but if you've seen the movie, is pretty terribly put together. It felt way too easy. I died about 10 times in the first level of this game, which is supposed to be the easiest level, and I didn't even die once during this boss battle. And yes, I know it's a kid's game, and there really isn't no punishment for dying in this game, but there is literally no form of challenge with the final boss fight of this game, and it's actually quite a boring boss fight. I also experienced quite a few more glitches than previous Lego games I played, which admittedly didn't bother me much because they weren't constant. It just happened occasionally. Overall, though, Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens is a really fun and enjoyable, and it captures the spirit of the movie perfectly and is by far one of the best Lego games ever made, in my opinion. The Force Awakens gets a 9 out of 10. And by The Force Awakens, I obviously mean the Lego Force Awakens. So, guys, that was my first newly released video game review, obviously. I do hope you enjoyed it, and there will be more coming soon. Just like I said in my channel update video, they won't happen as frequently as my movie reviews do because I can't just review a game literally when I get it. I have to play through it and complete the story mode, if there is one, to actually give my proper thoughts of it. And yeah, it did take me quite a while to complete this game, and also a lot of the side missions, so yeah. But guys, thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I really recommend you play Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's a really good game. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook. And please subscribe to my channel. Oh wait, I've already said that. Anywho, goodbye guys, and I will see you in the next one.